Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Illusion of Gaia. This is Itory Village, and there's nothing much here, as you can kind of see, except for the fact that the screen they give you is too small to actually see much of anything. Oh, you can't actually move around every time I press over. You know, it just pops up the menu or the dialogue again, so they don't let you do much of any exploring until we play the song. Alright, there we go. Another strange tune. Screen's going white. I don't know what to do. Oh, there's a house now. How did you block the entirety of your village behind a barrier that is powered by a song? That's just as stupid as Vegnagun being powered by a massive pipe organ. God, that game made no sense. Anyway, this game makes no sense either, but at least this game is better. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Final Fantasy X-2 is not as good as this game. And this game was made in, what, 92? 94? Something like that? Go figure. Later games do not necessarily mean better games. Better games were better created games that have either better or better soundtracks, better storylines, better gameplay mechanics. You know, all around just, you know, better put together characters. Anyway. On the road, well, that took all of, what, 10-15 seconds for us? And it should have taken less, but whatever. Oh, so we're going to go to Lily's house. But first we're going to go over here and get a secret red jewel. Gotta do that, and I will talk to this lady first. No written language. Left in song. Well, so that's why the song works. I guess that kind of makes sense, even though it doesn't really. Anyway, before moving on, we want to leave. The hell with Lily. We'll leave her alone. No, we actually want to head back to South Cape now. And there is a reason for this, and that's because that red jewel that we got is the 8th red jewel, which gives us access to another item. You could have gone back when we were here last time to get one. However, I figured, you know, just up there. That way I wouldn't have to show it twice. Now I can get 2 new items. They're not items. I think they're power-ups. Anyway, go over here. Talk to Gem again. We'll get, give him all the jewels we have. We got 4 more. He currently holds 4. Give him those jewels. Now we have 8. And now we get defense. Yay! And we also get our HP, or no, our strength raised by 1. Anyway, if you look at the inventory of the list there, yeah, we got defense and we got life. Okay. Strength is the next one. And then we get some other stuff. Anyway, now we can head back to Itory Village. No other reason to head back here. I don't think ever again, really. I don't think the plot ever directs us to come back here. Well, good riddance. Initial village, you could probably talk to people. I don't think they'd have any different dialogue, but, whatever. I do like the world map music for this game. It's really interesting, but unfortunately you don't get to listen to it for long periods of time unless you just kind of sit on the, you know, the town selection menu thing. Anyway, let's pop over here. Aww. Well, how come you don't have any children? What's wrong with you guys? Get to mating! Just like the chocobos in Final Fantasy VII. Oh, good. My grandparents are safe. I'm kind of happy. Kind of means I'm going to have to eat more snail pie. Not sure if this is a good thing or not. Yes, the jackal. Almost got him. Yeah, that sounds about right. This game is ridiculous. So you somehow force them to eat something in the middle of destroying the house. I guess it makes about as much sense as giving somebody a sleeping potion in any other RPG, you know. Oh, you're just going to sit there? Good, I'm going to throw a sleeping potion at you, and you're going to pick it up off the ground and, drink it, and then, you'll fall asleep. Yeah, it never made any sense before, but, it's a staple of RPGs that we have sleeping potions or sleeping spells or something like that. Okay, so it's time to go look around the village. There's not all that much to this village, actually. It's a very short, small little area. A few people to talk to. Well, yeah. Gotta have gold. Gotta get money. And what about you? Okay, sure. Why not? Oops. No, you want to go up the stairs here. Talk to you. A messenger? What kind of messenger? Oops. Sorry, I went through that a little quickly. Try running down the hill and keep running. You'll be surprised. Well, we'll do that in a minute. First, you want to head into this dark space. This is actually required in order to continue. Here, we get I think this is our first ability, actually. You just kind of approach the area, and the little floating ball, orb of light something, will tell you, we now have Psycho Dash! I just had a thought. I could probably make an entire video of clips that I could put throughout this entire Let's Play from, say, the Power Rangers or something like that. I remember when I was a kid, I don't know, it was probably part of my childhood. It was, the original series came out when I was really young, and then I remember watching a couple of the other series that came out after that. And so I remember in one of them there was something called Psycho Rangers, which were like evil Power Rangers. Anyway, I could probably put that in here, and I don't know, I could probably find enough clips to go through the entire game, because a lot of the abilities that Will gets have Psycho prior to their name for some reason. Anyway, like he was saying there, in order to activate our attack, I can't do it in town, never mind, I'll do it in a minute. I'll have to do it in a minute anyway, so let's talk to you. Oh, it's a nice breeze. Gotta have a nice breeze in the village. Oh, I guess I should go visit the Elder then. What do you guys say? Anything interesting? Nope. Yep. They're pretty lazy when it comes to dialogue in this game. Oh well. Anyway, let's pop back up here. And start running here. And you jump way beyond the limits of normal people for some reason. Anyway, oops, sorry, I'm going through the dialogue too quickly. In the flowers. Yeah, great. The Elder is a flower. Then again, Lily's a flower too. Whatever. What can you do? Protection of the flower spirit. How do you know my father? Where's Luke? No clip. No. No clue. No clip. Well, if you're kind of living forever like that, under the protection of the great flower spirit, then, 10, 20, even 50 years ago would seem like yesterday, wouldn't it? Okay, yeah. So, technically, my grandparents are flower people then, right? Is that what that means? Oh, so she had especially strong power to make a barrier. Yet, it wasn't really much of anything if the first person who comes along... Well, it's probably not the first person. There's probably something special about my father because, why not? Yes, that bastard. Keeps telling me to do things. I don't want to do things anymore. I want to go home. I want to go sleep. I guess I have to, don't I? Even if I go no, I'm assuming they'll force me to do it anyway, because the game would halt if I didn't. Ah, well. Entrust you with an Incan statue. No. All of your skill to find it. Yeah, no, it doesn't take a lot of skill to find this. Though, here we go. So yeah, the Psycho Dash ability, you just hold the attack button, wait, Once you start flashing like that, you dive forward. Now, let's look at a normal wall here. Just listen. Can you hear that? I'll have to turn that up in editing, make sure you guys can hear that. But basically, you can hear yourself hitting something like you would an enemy. That means that there's some kind of a secret there. You use Psycho Dash, and it opens it up. And here we get very slow text. Incan statue A. And as the A suggests, that's not the only one. So, now that we've got that out of the way, let's head back and talk to the Elder again. I think he's got something else to tell us. Not particularly interesting, but I guess they have to advance the plot somehow. Incan riddle. What riddle? Spirit's breath cannot reach. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I really don't. And I know exactly what I'm supposed to do in the next dungeon, so... The winds in the valley will lead you to the golden ship. It should be golden instead of gold. I understand. The Moon Tribe has one more. Okay, one more what? Okay, so Lily's going to be our guide for the game. Or at least that's what they would have you believe, even though Lily disappears at some point, even though it doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think you say anything interesting. No, you don't. Anyway, in order to advance the game, talk to Lily here. Not a tribe, more like a strange shadow form. Okay. Shall we go? Yes, let us go. And of course Kara wants to stick around as well, which is kind of unfortunate because I really don't want her to stick around. At this point you just have to assume, you know, put yourself in Will's position for a few minutes. Just think about how annoying and nagging this spoiled little princess would be tagging along with you on a journey. Wearing her little pink dress, her hairband, and her horribly, horribly chosen shoes for walking longer than about 10 feet. Princesses. The only one left out. There's only 3 people here. There's always a third wheel when there's 3 people. I actually had someone try and tell me that a third wheel, you know, when there's 3 people in a kind of like a triangle, relationship triangle kind of idea, that it was referring to an RV kind of thing, and it was called a 5th wheel, not a third wheel. And if my friend ever watches this video, he'll know that I'm talking about his mother. Anyway, it was just, you know, facepalm worthy trying to be in that situation and not just go, what the hell? Yeah, and then we get the little narration, and we head over here. I do love this track. I know I said it already, but it is a really kind of relaxing track. It's not really an adventurous track. It's more kind of calm and relaxing. Kind of surprising that they chose that for the world map. Anyway, this is the Moon Tribe's homes, and apparently we have to come here first. You just enter the middle here in the dirt. Out for a stroll. Up, up, this body is lighter than air. Guess who? Cotton Candy? Who's Cotton Candy? Birdman. Doesn't really matter what you answer there. Normally, you know, after being exposed to this plot enough times, I just kind of skip through it in normal playthroughs, you know, that aren't being Let's Played, and I just kind of fast forward through that whole spot, and I didn't even remember that there was an option there. Oh well. Without light. Okay. Oh, so there's a comet. Unbearable. That's nice. I'm saving the world. You're calling me immature. That's great. Yeah, the comet is a vehicle of destruction. I know it's repeating. I just wanted to make sure I was commenting on that right. One of your party has been kidnapped. Yes. Okay. Is that 300 or 800? I think that's supposed to be 800. And this is the 4th time. Dark power. Well, I've known a little bit about that. I get dark power every time I go to a dark space and talk to Gaia. What do you have to say? Lived a very long time. Oh, wow. If you like, we'll give it to you. Go look in the cave. I don't know what coo means, but I'm assuming it's like a stupid laugh kind of deal. Anyway, in here we get a little more dungeon music, even though it's not really a dungeon. Anyway, if you can destroy them within 20 seconds, we'll give you the statue. Alright. Hey, come back here. Really? Really? Wow. That is sad. Oh, well, I guess I get to show you what happens when you fail. Nope. I did it. Oh, wow. I did that so poorly. If you fail, you just get thrown out. I did it on purpose earlier. I had to actually try to do it on purpose. This time, I failed so miserably that I almost did it on accident. Wow, that's well, it's not really a start to the video. It's a good end to the video, anyway. We have Incan Statue B. Yay! Let's head out of here. Talk to you. We got the statue. Now we head to the Incan ruins. So I guess we're supposed to believe by the fact that we communicate to Will's father through his flute that he is alive somewhere, though it would make more sense if he was dead based on the fact that we're listening to him from absolutely nowhere. Unless you apply Final Fantasy IV logic and he has a piece of grass with him. Meh. Typical. Anyway, let's go to the ruins. I don't really have time to do the... Well, I don't have time to really start it. I don't want to break up the dungeons into multiple videos too often, just because I'll have to at times because some of them are really long. But you don't want to do that just because I don't want people to get lost, because a lot of the dungeons in this game can be really, really confusing without a map. And if you're, watching them over, back to back, in one day, then that's one thing. However, if you're, watching it one day and then, say, the next day, you might forget where you were, and you may want to just kind of run through the entire dungeon, if I'm not done the video by the time you catch up or you want to follow along or something like that. Anyway. Okay. They built a huge ship with gold artifacts. Why would there be record of it if they didn't write anything down? Go figure. Okay. Oh. Wonder what he wants me to do. I have a feeling he wants me to take that statue that he gave me and do something with it. I'm assuming it'll become apparent. Oh god, she followed me. How the hell did she get in front of us? Whatever. Anyway, here is Kara again, who followed us all the way here because she doesn't want to be left out. Why would my grandmother do that? Is she just clueless? Yeah, what is Will looking for? What are you gonna eat? We didn't. Never mind. I was about to spoil something. So, you followed me all the way over here, and you're gonna stand over there and wait. Yeah, we have to take our statues and put them on the Lorai cliffs below the ruins, where the spirit's breath cannot reach. That doesn't really make any sense. Even looking directly at it, it does not make a lot of sense. Anyway, here is the Lorai cliffs. And might as well start those next time. This dungeon is not particularly confusing, but a lot of the future ones are. There are some that are really bad. There's, if you try and do it without a walkthrough, or at least, some kind of map, you're in for a lot of backtracking and a lot of aggravation. I speak from experience. Anyway, that's all for this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.